So it's the next morning. We got all excited about driving it yesterday. We didn't think of making an intro, but here it is. Like the title says, it's the first time it's been driven in about 7 years. When I picked it up, the pump was sitting on the floor, locked up, so you got an all-new fuel system, and yesterday was its first drive. As you can tell, it's a little bit worn out. Probably been up north. As you can tell by the paint and the rust and the extra Bondo and fiberglass and everything, it's probably been through a used car lot or two in its life. And I'm not the normal camera guy, so bear with me. Pretty rough old truck, but runs really well. The odometer says something like 200,000, 250. But when you look on Carfax, it went from 110 to like 220 in 9 months, so who knows what it's got. Pretty crusty. I guess that comes in handy down here in Texas, extra ventilation. AC doesn't work. Someone that should never gotten a hold of electronics got a hold of it, and that part's pretty well ruined. CB back there's probably in the same shape as the rest of it. But solid, well, I guess you could say solid mechanically, but this poor truck's seen better days. But it's a lot of fun. The bed's probably the best part. Maybe the stack if you're into that. But figured we'd do a quick walk around on it. Let's see what we're dealing with here. It says it came from Oklahoma at some point, which I think that's right. The tires are new, but the date code is 17 on them. You can tell a little bit crusty. Someone did some spray painting to it. We'll look at the stack. Dents, bruises. Hayspike tells me this thing probably led a really hard life. And she agrees. See how it fires up. It hadn't been run since, I guess, that intro clip you saw. Let's see what it does. Again, wiring's pretty shot. Typical Dodge belt tensioner squeak. No smoke. The way it starts like that makes me really think it probably only has 100,000 on it. The pump's maxed out. Timing's to the head. Smokes a little bit. Check out under the hood. So, other than what I played with, it's pretty well bone stock. You still have the stock exhaust up to the stack, which is unusual for this day and age. And here's the best part, Dodge wiring. If I had to guess, I'd say the crank sensor went bad and they didn't know how to diagnose it, so they just went wild. I tried to figure it out, kind of clean it up a little, and I gave up. They must have been used to internationals and will make all the wires one color. Plenty of zip ties. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. But yeah, we put a pump on it, throttle shaft, lift pump, starter, all kinds of crap to make it run. Used battery out of something else we own because I'm not going to spend a ton of money on this after I already put a pump in it. But yeah, it runs pretty good. In the video you notice it smoked more at the start and then slowly kind of went away. I think my fuel pin got stuck in the pump. The pin's ground, timing's to the head, the screw's all the way in. It should probably run better, but who knows. But yeah, that's pretty well lit. Probably a bunch of wind noise. We live in Texas. It's always windy. But yeah, this is it. Rusty, crusty, kind of a turd, but it's a lot of fun to hot rod around in. Pretty sure the brakes are almost to the metal, as you'll hear all the squeaking. None of the lights work. I think I've seen stuff on YouTube that sat for 50 years that had better working electronics than this, but again, it's a Dodge, so that's typical. But yeah, stick around and show us ragging on the poor thing. excited in there.
Which way?
Oh, whichever. Oh, it's not that bad anymore.
Yes, it is. In the Jeep.